At one point in time, we thought we had a break in the case.
First and foremost, let's get this out of the way. We are now offering memberships to the channel in order for you all to help support what we're doing. Let's jump into the Linda Roberts case. Linda Roberts went missing on December 23rd, and last time she was seen was around 7 o'clock. We believe that someone spotted her car going south on O Highway, just north of Marshall, Missouri. Her brother was actually one that reported her missing, and when he reported her missing, he also stated that she had been depressed and actually talked about self-harm. As well as that, she was under investigation. Now, we'll come back to that investigation just in a second. But one other thing that has happened in her life, her husband filed for divorce in 1986. The divorce was finalized. And then within the next few years, her grandfather and then her father both passed away. Two people that it looks like she was very close to. So that's basically what we do know. What we don't know is what she was under investigation for. We can't find any information, documentation, or even a witness that could say, yeah, she was under investigation for this type of crime. So, we just don't know. Now, usually when people go missing, it's for one of three possibilities. It's either self-harm, criminal, or accident. Taking the information that we have, we don't have enough to really go on to say it was criminal, or if it was self-harm, or if it was accident. It leans a little bit towards the self-harm because of, well, some tragedies she had in her life. But even then, you know, that is a part of life. We all have to deal with the death of family members sometimes. So that's not necessarily saying that that's what happened here. So with that being said, we're going forward as if this could be any of the three. So different places we look, it could be based on the fact that this could be a place where she had an accident, or this is a place where criminal activity could have happened, and or this is a location that she chose to commit a self-harm situation. So with that being said, we're going to jump over to Slater Lake, and we're going to go over what we actually found, or maybe didn't find at all. With that being said, it's time to get back to work.
All right, well, I just arrived here at a place called Slater Lake. It's in Slater, Missouri. Now, this particular lake is a private lake, and it's a membership-based lake. What that means basically is, in order to be here and to fish here, which is mainly what people do, is you have to be a member of this club. I was able to contact the board for this lake, and was given permission to come out here and actually just scan it. So we're going to do that today, this morning, bright and early. Got up a little early. This is the only place that I'm actually going to search today here in this area. Usually I try to hit several at a time, but unfortunately, because of scheduling issues, I can only do this one today. So if I release this as a standalone video, it's going to be very short. This end here is the main one that we're going to focus in on, because this would be the deeper end of it because of terrain. That end over there is going to be extremely shallow. Also, as you can see right here, the road wraps around this way. So anywhere in this general area is most likely a car could go into the water. We will get the old Viking kayak out. Got it all strapped in here. I did not bring my scuba gear today because if we did find something, if we did find something, I would have to make arrangements to make sure that I'm clear to actually go in and dive. So oftentimes what ends up happening is I will contact, and in this case it was the board members for this lake, and gain permission to search it with sonar. But then if anything else needs to happen after that, I'll contact them, and then we'll make plans to do so. So with that being said, I'm going to get this all unloaded, and we are going to start the search here at Slater Lake. All right, time to get back to work. So like I said, right here in this area is going to be our main target area, because there's a road that wraps around. Like right now, I'm seeing 68 degrees and only 3 foot out from this side of the bank. So not very deep, but the car doesn't have to be deep. It just has to be submerged. Well, continue to scan here. Of course, I not see anything. This is a large lake. I honestly believe that I'd only be scanning this cove area, but then whenever I got down here, and this is why you always want to get eyes on locations instead of just looking at it from satellite view, is there are a lot more locations that a car could go in. So what I thought was going to be just a search of a small part of the lake here turns out to be almost the entire part of the lake here. So spent quite a bit of time out here, but I'm not seeing anything that really makes me think that there may be a vehicle in here. Sometimes things show better at one angle than the other. That's why we always do a grid pattern. So that's kind of what I'm doing here, just kind of finishing that up, making sure that, especially out here in this deeper water, which is to the east side of this lake, something didn't roll off in here. So actually haven't seen a lot of brush or debris in the water as far as, trees and limbs, and considering that this lake is here and it's a club for people just to fish at, I'm a little shocked that I didn't see more of that. But one thing I am happy that I'm not seeing is a bunch of junk, like tires. Tires always show up on here pretty well, but we're not seeing any of that. So a big thanks to the members of this club. They're keeping this lake very, very clean. Slater is about 20 minutes away from Marshall, where Linda went missing. A little bit of a drive over here for that, kind of outside that 5-mile range that we usually try to stay within. But one unique thing about this area, and when you think about Missouri, you usually think, well, the Ozarks. But if you get up in North Missouri, up here close to Marshall and Slater, it gets very flat and not a whole lot of water except for like the Missouri River, which is, in this case especially, one of the popular theories of where she probably wound up. That being said, at one point in time we thought we had a break in the case. There was a young man that went missing in Waverly, Missouri. Now that sets right on the Missouri River. And I seen that another search group was going to go out and actually search that area. I'd been in contact with them before and had their phone number, so I called them up and I said, hey, while you're out there looking for this guy, he was missing with a car. While you're looking for this guy, keep an eye out for maybe an older vehicle that might be off that boat ramp right there off the Missouri River. And that is one of the places that we'd kind of put on our list of places to check. So we knew where they were going there, so just like, hey, keep an eye out. Turns out they did find several vehicles, and I was thinking, oh, we finally got her. Figured out where she's at, and it turns out it was just a bunch of other vehicles. I think there was 4. That being said, I'm gonna pack all this stuff up. I'm gonna head home. We're gonna mark this one off the list, and we'll eventually get back out and we'll keep looking. There's still some places we can check. So with that being said, it's time to get back to work.